This is FinTech Futures reporting from Sibos, and I'm joined by Vivek Batra of Mashreq. Vivek, thank you so much for taking the time out to speak with us today. How are you enjoying the conference so far?
Firstly, thanks, Paul, for having me. It's been fabulous. You see the energy in the room, multiple themes, whether it's geopolitical or stable coins or just the whole tech game. The fintechs are all over. There's a palpable excitement around. I think people are looking for partnerships, looking for change and addressing the change, looking to collaborate. It's great to be here.
Excellent, excellent. So I guess just to get started, would you like to quickly let us know a bit more about yourself and your role at Mashreq?
Yeah, thanks. I'm Vivek Batra. I work at Mashreq in Dubai. I run transaction banking. It's a big business for us. We cover the entire range of transaction banking products. So from cash management, payments is a big piece for us. On the trade side, full suite across conventional documented trade, but also supply chain, structured trade, commodities. So it's a full scale transaction bank. Very proud to have a solid team, a solid product base, and really good clients who we have been working with and growing those relationships.
Excellent, excellent. So, I mean, you've touched on a few things there, but the Middle East banking sector experiencing some rapid digital transformation. What are the most significant transaction banking trends shaping the region this year, and how do you see the space evolving moving forward?
I would say in the more recent past, the Middle East has emerged as the hub of economic activity for a multiplicity of reasons, some based on its own kind of configuration, but also based on what's happening outside the Middle East. So it's a very exciting part of the world. The regulators play a big part. One of the biggest changes coming out is open finance, where consent-based sharing of information will lead to, I guess, a much better transparency, a lot more client-focused activity. Again, Mashreq is leading that initiative. We are very much involved with creating capabilities, working with the regulator to get that done. The other one is around real-time rails, payments, the technology and expectations around payments and the simplicity, the cost, the time, the transparency, the availability of information. Expectations have gone up tremendously. The good thing is technology and innovation are keeping pace with that. So we are seeing multiple opportunities to create these real-time rails, to create payment propositions which our clients, no matter which currencies, what size, what type of payment, what their expectations are, we've been able to, as an ecosystem, actually move really fast on the payments piece. So open finance and payments, the payment rails, I would say, are the two key elements that are shaping Middle East banking right now. The other elements which are more around, the client experience. So channels, right? So client expectation and banks are providing that, fintechs are providing that. Just the ease of navigation through a client portal, that has become, I would say, par for the course or table stakes. But a lot of work goes into that, and we're seeing the benefits of that, where clients are able to transact in a far seamless manner than they did in the past. So that's a big change. The other one is around data, right? And we all talk about data, but now, complemented with the capabilities around AI, we are seeing in Mashreq multiple use cases, multiple applications. The starting point is to have good data, but beyond that, whether it's around the KYC processes, whether it's around the credit processes, whether it's around analytics for our sales teams, around what clients are doing and how they should use that data to be more productive. To be more, I would say, client-facing and intuitive when it comes to what the client requires. So those two are other elements that are also kind of shaping the Middle East banking right now.
Mashreq recently launched the NeoP platform. I mean, how do you view the evolution of corporate banking platforms across the Middle East, and what unique challenges must these platforms address?
So client expectations keep changing, right? And I think the banks are doing a great job at meeting and exceeding those expectations. And what we've done with NeoP, and we're very proud of how we've designed it and how we've executed NeoP. There are 3 or 4 key areas we looked at, while putting it together. One is making the journey very intuitive, right? So the workflow is very simple. We minimized click-throughs. We made sure that the client arrives at their task in the most simple and easy to navigate way, right? And that's been one key element of how we put NeoP together. The other thing is we've actually put all our products on one platform. So there's no multiple login, there's no requirement to toggle between, different platforms. If the client wants to, conduct a trade transaction, make an inquiry, make a payment, it's all on the same platform, right? So the client's able to actually transact seamlessly through NeoCorp. We've also built out persona-based kind of landing pages. So depending on the role that you're playing in the company, depending on the activity you need to perform, the navigation route, the landing page onwards is designed for you, right? So again, we are creating more personas to make it even more granular. But as a starting point, we've made different workflows for different jobs. What's also important to answer your question is the use of analytics and the provision of information to the client. So it's not just reporting, but going beyond that to create actionable insights, to create prompts and nudges as to what activities follow intuitively. So I think there's a lot of development that's happened. The pace of change is very fast. With NeoCorp, we're confident that we are at the forefront of what channels are today, and we're constantly improving that. One of the big changes or improvements or enhancements we are undertaking is to actually create a self-service option. So whether it's getting balance statements or whether it's any other information you require, even going on to changing mandates and changing who operates the accounts and so on, without having to engage the bank physically. So there's that capability which is also being progressively implemented. So we are confident now, and we believe that we have a channel which is world class, and we are excited to see how clients react to that.
Excellent. So I guess with the rise of new technologies and payment innovations, then how are corporate clients' expectations changing, and how is transaction banking adapting to meet these new demands?
Oh, lots of rapid change on that part. So I would say there are multiple different things. It's all about convenience at the end of the day. So for instance, the client is looking at how we are using data to provide actionable intelligence, how we are guiding them on whether it's on FX or forecasting cash flows, or predicting how their working capital is going to look like, giving them a competitive kind of assessment of where they stand, and so providing some tools or some nudges for action. I think so. The intelligence part is one big element. The other expectation is around kind of convenience of servicing. So beyond the transactions, it is everything else around, how do I get my statement? How do I change my mandate? How do I get information which I would normally call someone in the bank for? I don't want to make that call anymore, right? So how does technology replace that human interaction and make it accurate, make it 24/7, right? So at any point, the client can get onto the bank's channel and access that information, or make that change to a mandate or to any other operating procedure that they have. They're also looking at consistency. So Mashreq operates in multiple markets. We are proud to provide a seamless and consistent experience to the client no matter where they operate with us. And a lot of our clients are multinational. So they have relationships with Mashreq in multiple markets, and for them, they value the consistency of the experience across these markets, right? There's also, everyone's learning because things are moving so fast. So our clients look at us to partner them through this transformation. So for instance, we've launched a library of APIs in the last 12 to 18 months. We've created an API marketplace. What that means is we partner with our clients, we co-create API-based connectivity solutions, and it could be on multiple use cases. So for instance, whether it's making a payment, getting an account statement, validating the payee, the IBAN validation process, which is a very popular API use, and multiple other areas. So the partnership of let's work together to grow, and where it lands is let's work together to co-create a solution, right? So it could be around how do I process my regular payments in the most seamless, efficient, and effective way. Let's do that together. So we spend a lot of time sitting with our clients and being their advisors, being their transformation partner, and providing them a consistent kind of solution that weathers or future proofs their activities for some time to come. So client needs have evolved, and in a very exciting way, and we're very pleased to be close to our clients and taking them through this journey.
AI is obviously a big topic of conversation again at Sibos this year. How is that reshaping transaction banking services and client relationships, and how have you at Mashreq looked to utilize that technology?
So we've always been a digital leader, right? We are right at the forefront of every innovation that's in the market. We're very proud to create some library of innovations across the board. We are at the intersection of digital and client experience, and we bring that together, to give our clients the best experience. And so AI becomes a tool that's very valuable for us to work with. I would say the use cases are end-to-end client journey. So at every stage, from onboarding to transaction processing, and it's both internal as well as external, as well as predictive analytics, cash flow forecasting, etc. So there's a lot of use cases that we are have already worked with on our clients, or also internally. So to give you some examples, when we're looking at onboarding, the whole KYC and document process, the checking part of it, the harnessing of information, putting it together and bringing that to quicker turnaround time, more accurate KYC, requests for information that are more relevant. So at the initial stage, there are uses that we've seen benefit the client. Transaction flows, fraud detection, right? So that could potentially disrupt a flow or stop a transaction, sometimes inaccurately, right? So there's a huge opportunity for us to bring the tools, the latest tools, to improve the quality of that flow and make sure that the fraud detection is more accurate and transactions flow through more seamlessly. Internally, we've also looked at our call reports and seen how we maximize the quality of the summary and how we're able to socialize it much faster within the bank. The credit process, so that's been something that we worked on quite closely. And finally, when it comes to the client, looking at working capital assessment, looking at their cash flow forecasting, looking at potential risks, looking at advisory on, for instance, FX. So there are multiple kind of opportunities to harness that. What Mashreq's also done is we now have an AI leader for the organization, and there is a conscious approach where all teams are working together to look at how we best bring the capabilities both internally and to our clients. Some of the benefits that this has provided to our clients and internally is obviously much shorter turnaround times. The cycles are reducing, so quicker TAT, better SLA performances. Also, in terms of, at the end of the day, providing the client the necessary information at the right time, transparency around where the transaction is, transparency around if things are going wrong and they need more information, doing that in a manner which is actionable at a much quicker and more, I would say, relevant point in time.
So Mashreq has obviously been investing a lot in its digital banking ecosystems. And to finish off, what opportunities do you see for growth in international markets when it comes to digital banking?
So for us, NeoCorp is across Mashreq. And so all our clients, wherever they operate within the Mashreq ecosystem, have the same user experience from the channel perspective. So the consistency is the first part. Then to add on that is the quality and the richness of what is available on the channel, whether it's from a transaction standpoint, inquiry standpoint, mandates, or any other use of the channel. So that is our, I would say, flagship, kind of digital experience across the group. What we're also building, whether it's on the payments or the trade side, is again a unified cross-border digital experience. So when it comes to trade, how we link the corridor that we operate in, how we do that by providing insights on the channel, how we do that by providing data and linking trade flows through our clients across the group, facilitated by NeoCorp. And then on the payment side, we do that both in terms of our own capabilities, but also now latching onto the ecosystems, whether it's the traditional rails or the more, the stable coins and the CBDCs, which are providing opportunities for us. So taking that, I would say, our digital thought process into those ecosystems and providing our clients that experience. So whether it's, again, using NeoCorp consistently and in a high quality way, looking at trade and payments, multiple, opportunities for us to take that out to our clients.
Excellent. Yeah. Sounds great. Yeah. Well, thank you, Vivek, for taking the time out to speak to us. Like I say, enjoy the rest of the conference. It's been a pleasure speaking with you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.